Today we'll see carving of maxillary first premolar. There are four in numbers, two in the right and two in the left. They are placed immediately anterior to the molar, that's why they are called as premolars. Maxillary first premolars have two cusps and two roots, which is buccal and palatal. Instruments required for the carving of maxillary first premolars are lacron carver, metal scale, wax block and cotton. We'll begin with the smoothing of the wax block. We should make sure that all the four sides of the block is smoothened properly. Then we'll mark the landmarks buccal, mesial, palatal and distal. Ideally, the crown length from cervical to occlusal should be 8.5 mm and the root length should be 14 mm. Mark midlines all four sides. As shown in the picture, mark the dimension on the block as well, which has to be 8.5 mm for the crown length and 14 mm as a root length. Mesiodistal diameter of crown at cervix should be 5 mm and at the crown region should be 7 mm. From the midline, the mesiodistal diameter should be 2.5 mm on the either side and on the occlusion region should be 3.5 mm on the either side. After marking all these points, the crown forms a trapezoidal shape. Then divide the crown structure into three equal parts. Then start reducing from the mesial aspect. While reducing, make sure that you are following the dimensions of the crown which was marked on the block. Start reducing slowly until you get the trapezoidal shape. Once you got the trapezoidal shape, check with the dimensions on the block, which has to be 5 mm at the cervix and 7 mm at the occlusal part. After that, start with the mesial slope and a distal slope. Mesial slope has to be longer than the distal slope. Draw oblique line from mesial surface and distal surface for mesial marginal ridge and distal marginal ridge. And make sure that the oblique line from the mesial surface should cross beyond the midline. Then reduce the wax on both sides obliquely for prominent buccal ridge. From middle 1/3 to occlusion 1/3. Now you can appreciate the midline and even the mesial slopes and the distal slopes on buccal and lingual aspects. Mark the midline on the occlusal surface extending from the mesial surface to the distal surface. Reduce the wax from buccal surface towards the center on both the sides. Now you can appreciate the midline and even the mesial slopes and the distal slopes on buccal and lingual aspects. Now start reducing on the buccal surface. The buccal surface should be more convex. Now you can see that buccal ridge appears to be more prominent. Reduce wax on both sides obliquely for prominent buccal ridge from middle 1/3 to occlusal 1/3. While carving, maintain the convexity of the buccal surface. Round the cervical 1/3 of the buccal surface. Then simultaneously, the palatal aspect also should be rounded. Now we'll move on to occlusal aspect. You can see the midline is already marked. Then reduce the wax from buccal surface towards the center on both the sides. You should make sure that you retain the central ridge of the cusp. Should carve according to oblique surface and should retain cuspal ridge and grooves. Make sure that you reduce the wax from outside to inside. That is from buccal surface to center. Features like central ridge, central developmental groove, mesial marginal developmental grooves, mesiobuccal developmental groove, distobuccal developmental groove, mesial and distal developmental pit, mesial triangular fossa and distal triangular fossa, buccal and lingual triangular ridge should be appreciated on the occlusal aspect. While carving, make sure that the buccal cusp appears to be longer than the lingual cusp. Maxillary first premolar has two roots. Remove wax on all the sides according to the dimensions. Root should appear thinner from cervical to apex. Remove wax on all sides according to the dimension. Make sure you remove all the extra wax from all the aspects. From middle 1/3, give a deep notch on both distal and mesial surface. Apply a gentle pressure to avoid the breakage of the wax. Smoothen the root surface on all the aspects. Remove the extra wax. Then the cervical line is drawn on all the aspects. Cervical line on the mesial aspect appears to be more curved than the distal aspect. You can use the cotton for polishing the surfaces. Mark the developmental grooves on the root surface. Now the carving of maxillary first premolar is done. Buccal aspect, mesial aspect, palatal aspect, distal aspect, occlusal aspect. Now we'll see the difference between maxillary first and second premolar.